I don't know why I'm so excited, but I am, because for today's video, we're trying out the new Hourglass foundation. This is the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. They had just released this a few days ago. It is available on Hourglass's website as well as Sephora. So for today's video, we're gonna try out the foundation. We're gonna do a wear test and see how this product holds up. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If you love makeup as much as I do, then you are in the right place. My name is Kara, and I test products so you don't have to. Hopefully you stick around and make sure you subscribe to my channel if you like seeing new products tested before purchasing them. Like I said, Hourglass came out with a new foundation, the Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. It goes for $58, which is a lot of money for a foundation, but it's Hourglass. They really have some really nice products, and I have high hopes for this one. So here is the box that the foundation is going to come in. It's actually just your typical Hourglass box. Here is the foundation. It is in a frosted glass, which makes it look and feel very luxe. You also get a pump applicator, which is always really nice. So now a little bit about the foundation. Like I said, it goes for $58. You do get 1 ounce of product. There are 32 shades to choose from. This also has a 12-month shelf life, and it's made in Korea. So what they say about the foundation is that it's weightless. It's buildable medium coverage, and it has light diffusing effects for up to 16 hours. It's supposed to deliver a natural, soft, focused finish and protect you against blue light. One thing I really like about this that they claim is that it's transfer resistant. It's humidity and sweat proof, basically. So this is supposed to not transfer and stay on your face all day. So a really big claim on this is that this is supposed to blur. It's supposed to minimize imperfections, blur your fine lines and wrinkles. So we're gonna really test that out today. Like I mentioned, what we're gonna do today is we're going to apply it, we're gonna do a wear test, and we're gonna see how it holds up. When I apply it, I'm gonna do one side with a sponge, one side with a brush to see if there's any application differences. So what I'm gonna do is zoom you in and we'll get started. So I am gonna prime my face. I'm gonna prime it with the 4th Ray Oak Face Milk. So I'm gonna show you a little swatch of the foundation. I did get the shade 5. It was kind of hard to pick my shade. The shade range was a little odd, but hopefully this will work. So this is shade 5. As you can see, it's not very liquidy and it's not too thick either. And shade 5 is supposed to be light with neutral undertones. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply it to this side like I would if using a sponge. And I will say that putting it on like this, it's not very thick. It actually feels a little bit on the thinner side, and it is blending out very nicely. And this is a good shade match, I think. All right, so this is one application with the sponge. It is definitely blurring. I like that. It's more of like a medium coverage. We are gonna try and build that up today. There is absolutely no smell to this foundation, so that is a really good thing. Okay, now for the other side, I'm gonna use a brush. I'm gonna use my Rephr 31 brush, and when I apply foundation with a brush, I just kind of dot it all over the face. And then blend it in. And I blend it with like a stippling motion. Now here is the brush side. Using a brush, I noticed it is not streaky whatsoever. I do feel like I have a little bit more coverage on this side than with the sponge, but looking in a mirror, I think I prefer using a sponge with this foundation. The brush doesn't look bad, but I think the sponge just looks more natural. Here is really close up. I don't know if you can tell, but it does look pretty blurred for the most part. So let's try and build it up. I'm gonna put some more on this side. And then I'm gonna use a sponge again. All right, so here is 2 coats and 1 coat. You can see a slight difference. This does have more coverage than this side, and it actually doesn't look bad at all. And it is lightweight. It doesn't feel very heavy on the skin whatsoever. So let's build up the other side now with the brush to get it to match. Going in with a brush on this side, it does look a little bit more heavy than the sponge side, but I think going over and pressing in the foundation with a sponge, I think that would help with the heaviness, but it doesn't feel heavy at all. Overall though, I think it does look really nice. It's a little glowy. It's not anything that's crazy like sweaty glowy, if that makes sense. I think it looks fairly nice. So let me do the rest of my makeup. What I'm gonna do is like kind of fast forward through that so you can see the products I'm using. I will timestamp down below everything, so if you wanna fast forward, I'll show you the finished look with makeup on, and then we'll do a wear test. So here is the finished look with all my makeup on. Let me give you a closer look. This foundation looks so beautiful on the skin. I absolutely love it. I love how natural it looks. I love how it gives you just a radiant, nice glow, and it just looks so pretty. It looks natural. I love it. I love it. The real test though is gonna see how it lasts throughout the day and in the heat, and it is hot out. I'm gonna tell you, it is in the 90s and hot. So it is currently 10:30 in the morning, and I will check in with you here in a few hours and we'll see how it holds up. It's currently 3:30. It's been about 5 hours. This is what we're looking like at the moment, which I think it still looks pretty good. My face still looks pretty blurred, and I am sweating right now, and it doesn't even like look like anything got disrupted on my face. I think so far so good. I really am impressed with this foundation. I really like it. So again, I will check in at the end of the night. We'll see how the foundation held up, and I'll tell you my final thoughts on the product. It is currently 6:30. It's been 8 hours. I definitely have some thoughts now. The foundation is beautiful. It's a beautiful foundation. For 8 hours, now remember I doubled up on the foundation. I put 2 layers on. I don't think this would have happened if I only put 1 layer, but let me show you what I'm talking about. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, but all around here, it's starting to break up, and all on my chin, it's breaking up all around here. Like I said, my nose area. Up around here, it still looks fairly decent. See it right in there? And then all in here. All right in here. So I don't know if that's because I doubled up. I mean, it says it was buildable, and I used a hydrating type primer. And it wasn't separating earlier. It wasn't doing that. So it couldn't be the primer. I'm not sure why it's doing that after 8 hours when it claims to last up to 16 hours, especially for $58. If it's gonna claim that it's gonna last so long, then maybe it should last almost up to that point. I only got halfway, and it's breaking up. Now, would it have done that if I only put 1 layer on instead of the 2? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But that's disappointing. I really had high hopes for the foundation. I mean, overall, I still think it's a beautiful foundation. It looked beautiful on application. At the halfway mark, when it was only on for about 3-4 hours, it looked beautiful still. I did eat a little bit, I did drink, but I don't think that's the cause because, you know, I'm not dribbling my food and, you know, beverages on my chin, and especially up in here. I didn't even go outside. So I mean, I was sweating at one point in the house, not too bad, but it had nothing to do with the heat and the humidity that's going on right now. So I don't know what happened. I don't know. Makes me sad. It really does. You know, I had high hopes. High hopes. So my thoughts on the foundation, it's a beautiful foundation. For $58, do you need this foundation? No, you don't. There are foundations out there that are gonna do the same thing for cheaper and probably last longer than this did. I'm so disappointed. This sucks. I mean, it really, really sucks. Their stick foundation is great. This, meh, it's a meh type. I don't know. It's not that great. If it's not lasting 16 hours, it's not that great. Have you tried this foundation yet? Have you? What are your thoughts? Did this last for you? Did it break up at all? Is there a certain primer you recommend? Because I'm going to keep trying this out. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trying it out. So make sure you follow me on my TikTok and Instagram, which is linked down below, because I will put updates throughout time wearing this. And if, you know, changing out primers and trying different application methods, only putting 1 layer instead of the 2, not building it up like it says that it can be built up. So make sure you follow me on those platforms to see if this foundation is gonna be a good foundation, or if it's a complete bust. It's not a complete bust. Don't listen to that. It's not a complete bust because it did last and it looked beautiful at first. It's a part bust. But yeah, so that's it. That's my thoughts on the foundation. Recommend on buying it? no, I do not recommend you purchasing the foundation, especially if it's only going to last up to 8 hours. So that's it for today's video. I will link everything down in the description box below. I'll link the foundation. I'll link the Sephora and the Hourglass website. That's where you can purchase this. I will link everything else that I used on my face today. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see y'all again soon.